Snap, boys. You know what time it is again. It's the annual cassette tape collection video. We have a bunch of cassettes to get through, so without further ado, let's get this started, boys and girls, and also the non-genders. We include everyone here in the cassette tape collection video. Alright, let's start it now. First off, the Big Danny pile. This is my custom Midnight's cassette tape. It includes songs from the deluxe edition and the other versions of the Midnight CDs. They're not the regular ones. Pretty cool. Next up, we have a new addition to the cassette collection. This is now what I call mixtape 2. It's in works, but it's, yeah, pretty cool. And then next up, we have the original, now that's what I call a mixtape. So yeah, here's some of the tracks off it. Pretty cool. And then we got this abomination. This is a JJ's mixtape, but problem is it's kind of slow and kind of sucks. But here's some of the tracks off it. Pretty cool. That one's been sacrificed to the hell. I don't know. And then we have this abomination, Bob's Burgers, The Music, Volume 2. I don't know why I still have this. This might go in next year's video, so yeah. And then I guess we can include this new Big Daddy in this segment. It's the Brat Remix album. It's pretty cool. It's also a Big Daddy. There's 2 tapes inside of this one. This is the weirdest cassette tape I own. Actually, scratch that. This one is. Up next is the pile of possibly I should get rid of these, because, frankly, I don't care a single thing about these cassettes. First, we have R. Kelly. Ugh, I can't touch that one for some reason. And then next up, we have Coolio. I don't really care. And then we got the Blackstreet. Aw, the tape fell out. Stupid giggity. Ugh. I don't even feel like putting the tape back in it. Hopefully we don't destroy it. Alright, then we got Space Jam soundtrack. Who's on this sucker? Oh no! It's R. Kelly again! Ugh, gotta sanitize that with bleach later. And then we got Titanic on cassette tape. Bought this solely for that one TikTok guy. I don't even care for him anymore. And then we have Elvis Presley's top 10 hits. But, like, look how many hits this guy had. I thought there would be like 10 on that. That's like 5 million. And then we got the best of the Beach Boys. Yeah, no one cares about you guys anymore. And then we have Tony Bennett. Everybody knows him for his Lady Gaga collabs, and that's really much it. And then we got 2 Billboard ones. We have top R&B hits of 1964. And then we got greatest Christmas hits of 1935 to 1954. And yeah, there's no Mariah Carey on this, so it's kind of trash. Up next, the pile of somewhat I want to get rid of. Oh, this one, though, Michael Jackson's bad. Pretty good album. The only Michael Jackson cassette I own, though. I should probably get more of his albums. And then we got MF Doom, Operation Doomsday. I bought this for the sole purpose of it being a Record Store Day Black Friday exclusive cassette tape. And I have actually no clue what this album even is. I don't even know who any of these features are. Like, who the heck is a Pebbles? I don't even know who this guy is. Then next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. This is the Walmart exclusive cassette tape, which is pretty cool. Nice. And then we got Rockwell, Somebody Watching Me. I thought this, thought it was just Somebody's Watching Me, but it turns out it was actually a whole album. Yay! And then we have Aqua. Yes, this is the album with Barbie Girl on it. It's the only album, the song people care about from them. And then we got Madonna. True Blue. I think this is rare. I'm not really sure. But, there's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. I don't even know who the heck TMT is. Are you guys TMTM? Alright, now that the trash tapes are gone, we can get into the good ones. So let's get these big daddies up. Next up, we have Jonas Brothers. You want to guess what the name of this album is? If you said the album, you would be correct, I think. This one has Waffle House on it. Pretty cool. And then next up, we have another exclusive cassette tape that I find pretty interesting. This one's exclusive to FYE, and it's Rick Ross, Port of Miami 2. This is, man, it's got Summer Walker on it, and Drake. I guess that's pretty cool. And then next up, we have Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Pretty cool. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke, produced by 50 Cent for some reason. And then next up, we have another dead rapper people wish would come back alive. Juice WRLD with his album Fighting Demons. It's got Justin Bieber on it. And Trippie Redd. Hate that guy for what he did. And if you know, you know. And then we have Aurora's The Gods Can't Touch My Dilly Dingle, or whatever this album's called. I don't care. It has Cure for me. That's the only song people care from it. And then we got Banners by Miley Cyrus. This is a bootleg one. And it's got the famous We Can't Stop and 4x4. And, Adore You, I guess, is a popular one of this. I don't really favor that song that much. Alright, for this next pile, I'm going to have to carefully split this up. Careful. Oh, man. Well, good enough, I guess. Flip these upside down. Hold on. There we go. Alright, we have Britney Spears' Femme Fatale I bought with no actual sleevage, so the only way to tell which tracks are which is by just looking at the cassette itself, so yeah. Till the World Ends. And then we have a sealed cassette, the only one I have sealed, and it's because it's a Now That's What I Call Music cassette. Wow, it's Off the Hook, featuring, there's Missy Elliott. And that's literally it. And then we got Bad Decisions by Benny Blanco and the boys everybody knows. And then we have another sealed one. This is Bad Habits single. Why is it sealed? You'll find out within 2 milliseconds, but it's pink. And then next we have the We Can't Be Friends cassette single. Pretty cool. I need to get the rest of the Eternal Sunshine cassette singles, which are only 2, so that should be easy. I get these ones out the way, because we gotta move on to these ones. So we have Equals on cassette. The reason why this one's sealed. Oh, it's upside down. Pretty cool. And then we have Coldplay, a relevant meme. Coldplay concert, cheating scandal alert. and nobody cares about that anymore. Speaking of things people don't care about, Radical Optimism by Dua Lipa. I actually care for this album. It's sort of good. Yeah. And then we have 2 cassette singles. We'll first start off with this one, Training Season. Pretty nice. And then we have Dance the Night. Oh yeah. This one's the crystal one. There's a one that's not, and this is the one I wanted to, yeah. And then over here we have Rumors by Lizzo and Cardi B. It's a pretty good song, and this one's green, y'all. It's green for some reason. Yeah. Alright, time for another stack in this endless cassette video that has an end. Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. We also have Harry's House by Harry Styles. We have Vultures 1. This is an unofficial import, if you couldn't tell from the sticker of censor. Pretty cool. Then we have Sam Smith, Gloria. Pretty nice. Then we have Elton John, The Lockdown Sessions. Nice glittery boy. Selena Gomez, Rare. Shout out to Selena Gomez. She's getting married soon, I think. So Lizzo's Special. And then finally, Camila Cabello's Romance. which I recently learned my oh my isn't on the CDs, but yet it's on the cassette tape. How does that make sense? Alright, time for this stack of the Pop Girlies. We're gonna go in reverse order here, so let's just, yeah, let's do that. So yeah, we have this first one. It's a bootleg. This is Sabrina Carpenter's NPR Music Tiny Desk Concert. If you don't know what the Tiny Desk Concert is, then you probably are uneducated. But however, this cassette tape has a lot of typos. For example, Bad Chem, that's supposed to be Bed Chem. And then Please Please, but the one please wanted a divorce, so I guess, yeah. And that's it. Weird. It's just weird. And then we have Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. Pretty nice. The deluxe one hasn't been pressed yet. Then we have Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. And Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. I said we would go in order, but I did them in reverse. And then last two, Positions by Ariana Grande. And my bootleg Eternal Sunshine, which I used the JJ's mixtape and fixed the issue. Because if you didn't see, I believe last year's, there was a little piece of paper that I removed that was in this. Well, I removed it, replaced it with the proper format, and now it's A-OK. I think, I'm not really sure. And now we're down to the last two piles. Let's go with the Taylor Swift one. So we got Folklore on the blue for some reason. Evermore, gray. The Fearless double tape. This one is the original release. That's pressed on clear. There's a new one that's gold. We then got Midnights. Yeah. Speak Now, which is on the purple. We also got 1989 Tails version. This one's the yellow and green one. And then the two Tortured Poets cassettes. This one being the Albatross. And this one obviously is the Black Dog. And finally, the last stack. Let's go ahead. We have Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. The only Disney Channel cartoon to get a cassette release. Hopefully they press the Big City Greens movie soundtrack soon. Then we got the Real Silly G Automatoons. Hopefully he presses the other ones. Then we got Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. We have the entirety of the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, which is pretty cool. We then have 12 Karat Toothache and F1 Trillion by Post Malone Bofley. 143 by Katy Perry. This is an alternate cover that I enjoy. And it's also on a nice, cool, glittery, clear vinyl. This isn't a vinyl, this is a cassette. What am I saying? And then we got Barbie the album. And then finally, the weekends. We have After Hours, the highlights, and then 2 copies of Dawn FM. I sadly don't have Hurry Up Tomorrow. And that's the cassette tape collection. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go listen to one of these. Most likely, it's gonna be this one.